What is up, guys? Good to see you again. Long time no see. Me and Brad, we're finally back out here whittling on some walnut, and well, today we got something pretty special in my opinion. I got a set of trees. I've been chasing these trees for 3 years now. So some of them are extraordinary to a point. Some of them are just average, but I just definitely wanted to film this one, even if some of you guys watch or not. You know, I'll always be get back on here, watch these trees, remember this job. And like I said, you chase something for 3 years, you know, I'm almost gonna hate to see them go, really. But yeah, let's get in there, let's knock them down. As a chunk. Wow. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all guys for coming back here and watching again. On this job here we cut the other day, we have rain coming. The market's going to be iffy within the next month. We'll have to see how that goes. Look at this guy. He ought to pull up his pants a little bit. Anyways, there's 18 walnut trees in here, and we have one nice oak. At 9 o'clock in the morning, we were supposed to have gust of winds up to 50 miles an hour, and we have rain on the way. So we got in here early that morning. We tried to make sure everything was dropped before 9 o'clock because, you know, I didn't want to risk splitting any of these trees. Actually, the first job ever I've got to buy outright, so I was pretty excited about that. So yeah, I didn't get to film a whole lot. So this video is just a little bit of stuff I've got off the last 2 or 3 jobs, and I've really been burning through some timber here lately. We've been cutting about 2 jobs a week, and I have no intentions on slowing down. So thank you guys for watching, and you know, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Well, guys, that's one of the best trees in there. Just an absolute stud of a log. Probably, gosh, it's got to be a 23-inch tree up here. This first crotch. Just an absolute hammer of a log. We have a couple more in here pretty similar to it to cut yet. But yeah, to know of a tree for 3 years and finally get the opportunity to cut it, it's a blessing. Me and Brad, we got 18 trees in here to cut. We need to get them all cut before 9 o'clock. Supposed to get some crazy wind, and straight trees like this, just tall. You definitely don't want to risk breaking anything in the wind, of course. Not the flattest stump I've ever cut by any means. Got a little bit of mess up there, but I didn't pull nothing. It really doesn't get any better than that. There's the stump. Now this next move you're going to see us do, it's kind of ridiculous. Neither one of us had a wedge on us. And Brad's just kind of following me around here, you know, helping me clean up trees, top them. And whatnot, because we cut all these trees out of a 2-acre spot. So it's a pretty small property, but it just so happened to have quite a few nice trees in it. Now you can see right here, I get hung up and I'm real low to the ground. So dug a little hole, got my saw off. Brad goes over, he's gonna clip one of the toenails, see if we can make it happen. He cut it. Then just need a little bit of motivation there. We push it over. Kind of ridiculous, but hey, if it works, it works. Before anyone goes in the comments talking about how small of a tree this is, the camera didn't do this tree injustice. It's probably a 14-inch tree, which I don't even really like cutting them down that small, honestly. But that nice oak I was talking about earlier, it's just out of the frame here, and it was going to crush this tree anyways. It's tall, nice, and straight, and I didn't want to risk breaking it. We could cut it down and save it, get some money for us and the landowner out of it. Well, I'd just soon do that than break this tree off. Real slick little tree. There's still probably 30 or 40 nice little trees left in there. This here is actually a ash tree off of one of our latest jobs. You can see hung up there. Now if you watch treetops here in the background, you see how much those things are swinging. We've had 3 days of straight crazy wind. So we've just been trying to beat the rain. Ideally, I wouldn't want to be cutting any of these ash or walnut in the wind, just on the count of risking splitting them or ragging them, whatever you want to call it. You can see this tree right here. It leans real hard to the right, and that's where the wind was blowing from too. Like I said, you kind of watch those tops in the background there. So I was trying to swing it to the left, and I really did for the most part. I should have filmed it up at the top. I was pretty impressed with as well as it went, with it being as windy as it was and the way the tree leaned, but wanted to keep it out of the creek. See, it pulled quite a bit there, hangs onto the saw for a minute, kicks back at you. Got to watch out for that. Yeah, ended up going where I wanted it to. I was pretty happy. Well, guys, just pulling up to this job. We moved here yesterday, right after we got done cutting the other job just to the south here, a couple miles. And I think we have a handful of nice walnut out here and a couple of ash logs. Nothing too crazy. Just a one-day done deal. Then the other day I meant to film more on that other job, but we had 50-mile-an-hour gust of wind, and that wasn't supposed to set in until 9 o'clock. So me and Brad, we went in there and just really hammered down and made sure everything was filled before the crazy wind got there. And then, you know, we went ahead and just buckled down on it. We got that job done. I think we was done cutting and had everything out by 2 o'clock. The buyer came at 3 o'clock, and I called my truck driver to see when he may be available to move my machine, and just so happened he was coming through town empty, so that worked out pretty slick. We loaded on and we moved up here to north a few miles and knocked this one out yesterday, and we're selling it today. So 2 sales in 2 days, that's pretty good. In fact, you know, we're 15 miles away from job to job, and yeah, we've really been hammered down. This little turd right here, I gotta fix a line on it real quick so I can get these logs stacked up after we sell them. So I'll get out and may film some of this. I don't have a whole lot of footage for you guys, but just a little bit, so enjoy. So this is what I'm dealing with. The whole time I've looked at this line here, ever ever since I've owned this machine, which is going on a few months now, I always thought this was a hydraulic line. And I've never been happy with where they put this thing, especially with what we do. You know, we're out here in the brush and everything. And so anytime we make a road crossing, stack logs, this thing is always dragging on everything. But what it goes to here is my pins, because it has the button in here to unlock and lock the pins. You have to do it manually on this one, which is nice until it's not, like this right here. But it actually must be an electric motor, and I always figured that it was hydraulic driven. Yeah, so this little hydraulic line here looking thing is actually a electrical cord. And John Deere has done lost their minds. I called to see how much this thing was going to be the other day. I'm just kind of dirty there or something. I called to see how much this thing was going to be the other day. They wanted $530 for it. I ended up getting one, but I didn't have to give near that much for it. But there's no reason this should be 530 bucks. But it is what it is. There's nothing else I could rig up here. It's going to be any tougher than this actual system that they have. So I ended up with one. So yeah, I'll tear this thing apart and put new one on, and hopefully I can get this bucket off there and get the forks on. Okay, so I don't have an 1.5 wrench, which is what I need for that one right there. So we just pinch that together, and then we was able to get the forks on. So we can stack these logs, grab that bucket, and make it work for a day. So until I get a 1/2 inch wrench, 1.5 inches.